Hello again, guys. How are you today? It is very early morning. I am recording another video before I go to work today, and we're going to be looking at another toy. Just recently got in the mail my Wonder Woman 1984 gold armor figure from McFarlane Toys. I've already opened it up. I actually got it in the mail on Friday. Got it in the mail Thursday before I went to work, and then opened it up Friday evening when I came home after I had realized that a figure fell, knocked over a picture, broke the frame. It was pretty awesome. So it was like the good, and then the broken picture was the bad. There was no ugly that day, thankfully, and as you can see, since I did already open it up, we'll just go ahead and point out this packaging real quick. Overall, this is one of the things I can tell you right off the bat that I really like about the McFarlane Toys figures that they've been doing. The packaging is just generic packaging, so we've got bubble in the front window so you can see the figure. DC Multiverse on both sides, so a lot of companies do a lot of promotional shots on the sides here. So we got nothing. Back, we got one picture of same gold armor from the movie, promotional image from the movie. Couple more promotional images, one from the movie, comics, some more figures that are coming from the line, a Batman figure and a Joker figure. And so, yeah, I mean, this is honestly for 2020, this packaging is very basic. And I'm fine with that because honestly, there's this internal struggle that I always have of keeping packaging. And when the packaging looks really nice and there's promotional shots on both sides and there's just all this beautiful artwork, I sit there and I'm like, oh man, the packaging is so great. Somebody took all this time to market this packaging and come up with the idea of how they wanted the images to look and yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, it's beautiful. It's like, it's something that somebody came up with to market the figure, and it's part of the package to me, with including the figure. I just like to keep everything. However, with this, Mr. McFarlane, you have made it so easy for me to just go, I can just toss this box. I have no struggle whether I want to keep that box or not in a box of other boxes. I can just pitch it. And it's wonderful because it just doesn't add to the clutter that I have in my house. So anyways, let's get back to this figure. Let's go ahead and do some articulation. So here she is up close and out of the packaging. So let's get a little 360 on her. Take a second to look at all the detail. Alright, so overall I really like this figure. I think they did a really great job. And whereas, I got rid of a lot of my MCU figures because I didn't really want to collect movie character figures and comic character figures. However, this is one that I'm definitely okay with having a movie figure for because it's pretty sweet. So, arm comes out. It will rotate all the way in the socket. There's also a butterfly joint back there, which is very nice. Let me get that wing out of the way. Shoulder pads up here are a soft rubber, so they will flex out of the way, which is very nice. She does have the dual articulated elbows, so she touches her own face, passes 90, without any problem whatsoever. We got some wrist movement. Wrist twist, typical ab movement here with the twist. Definitely my favorite style of the ab crunch, other than the hinge, I guess, look. This one's definitely more practical. Head doesn't turn a whole lot. Will not look up because of her hair. It does look down a little bit. We got leg forward. We got leg backward. Also double jointed knees, but they do not go very far. Her armor's pretty thick, so she basically makes it to 90, and that is about it. Foot, there is a hinge, but the way everything is cut, the way the armor lies, you get nothing. I mean, a little, but it doesn't even lock in place. You can't really do much with it. The way it's positioned, she doesn't stand at all. So the stand that she comes with is very necessary, but we'll look at this in a second. So anyways, she doesn't move there. Toes do come up. And then she's got wings back here in the back. They do go in with pegs. There is a hinge on those too, so you can get some movement out of them if you want to twist them around and do different stuff. However, they really only land one way if you want to display her. So not really much point of moving them around other than maybe if you just want them back out of the way. But like I said, she will not stand on her own. Let's put her on a table and show you. So no matter how much you try to push her forward, because of the way these, like I was showing you before, the way the armor sits, she will not stay up. So with that in mind, like I said, stand is necessary, and this is the stand we get. It's actually a really nice stand. These things have like locks in them, so they move and lock in place with each click. Pretty nice. Does come with little pegs, so you can peg her foot in there. This thing slides right out, so that's kind of nice. And actually, I mean, this is a pretty nice stand overall. I mean, this is a little flimsier than I would typically prefer, especially since she is a little heavy. So she wobbles a lot when you first set her down. But like I said, it's a pretty nice stand. It's not the typical stand. It's a little bit higher quality. This does bend forward and backward. So overall, I'm really happy with this figure. A couple things, you know, as far as she doesn't stand very well, that kind of sucks. And I mean, the fact that this doesn't bend all the way back is never a huge deal. I mean, double jointed knees should be able to kind of come back all the way to your butt. However, this has got gold armor on. I can imagine that if that armor is probably very cumbersome, and you wouldn't be able to do all that anyway. So anyways, there's lots of nice detail though in the armor. A lot of those little rivets like put into it. So overall, she's a pretty awesome figure. I'm definitely happy to have it. So what did you guys think about this figure? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you pick it up? Have you picked up any of the other McFarlane figures that have come out, like the Harley Quinn that I reviewed, the Batman from the animated series? I didn't review the Armored Superman, but I picked that up. I also didn't review the Batman, or the Superman animated version as well, but I also picked him up. So did you guys like any of those figures? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you like this, click the bell, click the link to subscribe. I'll be uploading more content. It'll notify you every time I do. And look forward to seeing more. I look forward to doing more. And I hope you guys had fun. This has been another Review the Right Thing. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.